Hello and welcome to Battle of the Best of Them with DrGAKMAN here. There was a new update in Pokemon Go with upcoming features on the way and yada yada yada. But let me see here where we're at. We are at 161 .0-G, which is Google, which is Android. I finally have new Pokestop player nomination. I mean, I've been level 40 for a while, but for whatever reason, it was going to Apple players first that weren't even level 40. Although it was telling them that they had to be level 40, blah, blah, blah. But there we go. Guess if you want to go over the features first, we should do that. Let's see here. Actually, those are the updates. Yeah. Over at GoHub, they have release notes. And then these are somewhat official, I guess, but there's going to be a weak connection visual cue. And then, of course, you have to update Adventure Sync every time. Whenever you get this update, you have to turn it back on sometimes. Well, you don't have to every time, but most times I've found that I've had to return it back on. And they're supposedly giving notifications to turn it back on in case you didn't know that or whatever. Error messages about failing to connect to get the Meltan boxes from Let's Go Eevee or Let's Go Pikachu on the Switch. It says uncaught forms of Deoxys are now visible in the Pokédex, which is, I don't understand. I guess if you catch one, then you can see all four. Or, I don't know, because I have all four, so I don't know how that works. But then there's some bug fixes and all that. So, item reward after battling if their bag is full. So, with raids and with Team Go Rocket battling, I guess you were able to get, even if your bag is full, you were able to get more items. Well, I guess they took that away. To me, that's not a bug. That's just, not having enough item space. So they at least let you do it once or twice or whatever. With raids, there was one time, I think the item thing was like 2,000. It's at, and I had like close to 2,200 items because the raids kept letting me, when they were doing raids, they kept letting me get items from the raids, but whatever. It was somebody else who had my phone at the time. I let them use it so that they could, or so that I could, I was stuck at work so that they could do, I think it was Suicune Day or something like that. But my blog has been updated, at least the shiny checklist here and the infographics, and also the Community Day preparation, which, let's go to that one first. Of course, we knew it was going to be Blast Burn. I have updated, can't make it to Community Day because that's going to be a problem for me. I won't be able to make it to this Community Day. I really don't like Chimchar all that well anyway, but I do want to have at least one of each for the a shiny for the family. But it will have Blast Burn and 1/4 hatch distance, and it's looking like it's going to be cold or coldish, but it's going to be sunny, which should hopefully give weather boost for Chimchar if it stays sunny. And these are the people that I'm going to be leveling up with. Finally, Go Cubs Go 84, I will be coming, best friends with, so that'll be awesome. And then I've got other information on here too about future community days, possibly. What else? The infographics. Oh, on the shiny checklist, I updated my... I've only gotten 2 new shinies since the last video, so... But blah, blah, blah. We'll talk about that another day. or another time or whatever. I don't know. So these are the November events. And we're going to have a super effective week, and we're going to have a Friend Fest week. And DrGAKMAN is showing up in raids after Cobalion goes out. So that's November 26th. And the Friend Fest is November 27th, which is going to be, Thanksgiving weekend for you guys. And you can make 2 special trades per day. That is awesome. They're also going to have more Nidorans in the wild. And I don't know, there might be some clarification needed. We don't know yet. But when Nidoran female first went on the day of the girl, went live as a shiny possible, you could get Nidoran female, Nidorina, or Nidoqueen all in the wild as shiny possible. In fact, the first one that I got was Nidoqueen, and I still did not get a Nidorina in the wild, and I always click on them every time just hoping that they might be shiny. But are they going to do that with the Nidoran male and Nidorino and Nidoking? I don't know. That didn't happen when Nidoran male went shiny, so I don't know if that's going to be one of those things. Also, Tentacruel and Tentacool will be shiny, so that's awesome. Well, it's going to be Tentacool that's going to be shiny in the wild, but, if you get 2 of them, you're going to evolve it up, or if you're one of those kind of people who doesn't like to do the whole family thing like me with the shinies, then you can evolve it up right away. I think it looks really pretty. Purplish and then bluish. And then there's guaranteed charge TMs for those who are concerned about that on 3-star raids. I guess the original blog notes on the Pokemon Go Live blog, which is the official blog, said it was 3-star raids and higher, but it's actually going to be just 3-star raids. And I don't know if they're trying to push the idea of, people soloing or working together for 3-star raids, because most 3-star raids you can solo if you're good enough, but to make it a lot easier, you can duo those. And then 2 times Stardust for trainer battles. That's the super effective week. More potions and revives from Pokestops, which a lot of people have been whining about since the Team Go Rocket leaders have come out. It does take some of your resources to do that, but half Stardust trade cost on Friend Fest week or weekend, and 2. That's the best thing. 2 special trades per day, and then more of an attack boost when you raid with friends. So these are all things that are coming to the game here pretty soon in November. Let's see what else. Oh, that's from my own blog. So let me go back here, and yes, Blast Burn is the move. What else did I add to this? Oh, new raids. So when the Team Rocket invasion went out, we have new raid bosses, and Mewtwo is now finally out, so Regigigas is in. However, this is the cool thing. They have already stated that Regigigas goes back out in January. So that means something else is going to go into the EX gym. So Regigigas is not going to be here for a year like Deoxys was and like Mewtwo was before it. And does that mean around January they're going to have another ticketed event for another introduction like they did with Regigigas? Who knows? We'll see. That's more for speculation, but these are the raid bosses that are currently available. Most of the tier 1s are all shiny except for Krogunk. They keep bringing Krogunk into the tier 1 raids, and I'm not too sure exactly why here, but Cobalion is about to go out, and I don't have a counters graphic for Terrakion yet, but here is a counters graphic for EX raids of Regigigas, which will start on these next set of, I guess this weekend on EX raids. So, and then here's the eggs and blah blah blah. This is all infographic stuff. So that's my blog. Wayfarer is finally available and in our country, and we can finally. I was going to go through the whole process, but I'm going to wait. Right now, with this, you can actually look through the list of people who have already suggested stops and locally, and then you can approve them or give suggestions on how the Wayfarer works. Is if like the pointer's not pointing at the right place, or the description doesn't meet the thing, or if it's not a good stop, you can reject it, or suggest a better spot to put it or whatever for other people who have made spots. I'm going to make one for GameSwap where I work. It is a Pokemon Go hotspot in my opinion, and it would be good for our business and at work, and it'd just be good for me because but I think overall I think it would be a good spot. There's not, in that whole shopping center, there is no Pokestops, yet it's right across the street from one of the busiest Pokemon Go places in the Kettering area, the Delco Sprint, which is has a Pokestop and a gym, an EX gym at that, and that's right across the street from Delco, which is a very centralized Dayton area place. So for Pokemon Go, so leekduck has. This is where I get a lot of my infographics and to repost them or whatever. He's currently working on a DrGAKMAN graphic, but as you can see, usually he puts his graphics at the bottom, but the thing, it's broken, and then it's weird. He has this and ABCD for unknowns, and he has different colors of the eggs. That's really weird. And then also he has Water Festival spawns, and then he also has spawns in the wild of stuff that does not spawn in the wild, like legendaries and Garchomp and stuff like that, and Blissey. I think the reason why this is like all placeholder stuff, with the super effective week, they're supposed to have some stranger spawns happening, so maybe he's just filling in the blanks here until we get the actual information. But if you guys are seeing this, you're going to be like, what, unknowns? No, this is not real. He's just probably working on his stuff here. And speaking of which, this is the actual blog, official blog for the super effective week, where they're talking about, Pokemon that might be strong partners in battle against Team Go Rocket, and other trainers will be appearing more often in wild raids and field research. So there's probably going to be special field research for super effective. If you're lucky, you might encounter a shiny Tentacool, so that's really cool. And there's bonuses, and then Terrakion comes in, and then there's Friend Fest, and we already went over all that stuff. So let me go through my gallery of pictures here. This was my first Bellsprout that was Shadow when they introduced it, and he looks pissed off. Look at him. I wouldn't want to mess with that Bellsprout. Cobalion, this was my first. I only done 2 Cobalion raids, and I caught them both. This one was my first one. It was 2 clicks away from perfect. This is what the radar looks like when you're using this right here, the rocket radar. And then there's Sierra. That was the first one that I fought, and she was tough. Here's 3 Ekans, no shinies. I'm already over 8 million Stardust, but then I spent about 1 million Stardust last week powering stuff up. I maxed out and added moves for a couple more Pokemon. I'm only maxing out the ones that are perfect, because I would hate to invest, even if it's really high, like 1 click away or 2 clicks away from perfect. Those are the ones that I have marked. Great, but knowing my luck, I would power that one all the way up and then get a perfect one later on. So, this, I was trying to find the difference between this. And so what this is if you go to power it up and it's green, then it stays within the league that it's already in. Or if you have it on a list of one of your teams that you've already made, it'll still stay in that team. If you have it on the team, like my Mel Metal was in my Ultra, which is 2500 or under, and you got to power it up, it'll mark red to show, hey, it's now not only out of that league, but it's also out of your team that you made it in, or that you put it in. There's a Nidorina. Like I said before, I got the Nidoqueen and I got two Nidorin females, but I still didn't get a shiny Nidorina in the wild, and I want to really bad. Got a Pidgey. You can barely tell the difference. It's got orange beak and feet, and regular Pidgeys have purple or purplish, pinkish, or whatever. So other than that, it's a little bit lighter too. But finally caught one of those in the wild. Never thought I would get one of those. So, and then new Pokestops. I was excited. I was showing my friend that. Here's my stats. I was checking that out tonight when I was going through. And because when you go to battle with someone, I just happened to, I needed more raids because I haven't completed the tasks for, what is it called, the Looming in the Shadows yet. I haven't completed that, and I needed to do more raids, so there just happened to be one raid there, and two people were already in it. I was like, well, hell, I'll just go in there, but I checked their stats, and then I checked mine. I'm sly like that, I guess. Or conceited, or whatever you want to call it. And then here's a Ghastly that Supplies traded me, and thank you so much, Supplies. He's been very helpful recently at work and everything, so that's great. I wanted a Ghastly so bad. I think I have up a trade lined up for the Gengar Day. I did not get any shiny ones then. That's when my previous phone was like basically in pieces, broken, screen shattered and all that other stuff. So somebody else was taking it and it was having GPS problems. I didn't make it in half the raids, and I didn't get a shiny Gengar when they were first introduced with Lick and Psychic. But somebody is going to possibly give me one of those. So all I need is one more Ghastly so that I can make a shiny Haunter, and then I'll have the whole family of that. So thank you, Supplies, and thank you, Sugar, for hooking me up with all that. This may restart again. Yes, it did. I was talking about what was it? In the pictures. I just had seen it and now I forgot it. I'm going to have to go back to the pictures real quick. Because I'm doing this video live like I always do. No in-camera edits or whatever. Let me see here. What was the picture that I had seen? Nidorina. Pidgey. There's that again. You know, I don't know what I was going to say. There was something I was going to say, but it must have been a lie because I've already forgotten it. But since I'm here now, I'll go ahead and do my rewards. And my 7-day breakthrough. Let's see if we get a shiny again like I did last week. Zigzag. I'm going to run away from that one. Oh, I know what I was going to say. The special research. Oh, I got another Univist. Gee whiz. People hate me. I've got 3 Univist stones now. Let's see if this is shiny. And that is an Articuno, but it is not shiny. But that's cool. Apparently, Giovanni, since he is the boss of Team Go Rocket, he will have Articuno first week. Sorry, spoiler alert if you didn't know that. But I imagine he's going to have one every, or I said week, but I meant month. Every month he's going to have a new one. Let's see if this is a good one. Not even battle with the best of them. Horrible. But whatever. And then here's my other one. Let's see if this is shiny. Nope. Oh, that's right. It was Duo for the, oh well. But yeah, here I am on my special research, and I need to do, I need to get more shadow Pokemon to purify. I have, I think, about maybe 10 lined up, but I want to do them all 15 at the same time. And then that will get me to the third page, which means on that, it's on my blogger, you can see that, the infographic for getting, completing this. But it's looking like it's going to be a monthly thing, and each month Giovanni's going to have a different legendary Pokemon that's Shadow for you to catch after you defeat him. First one, of course, is Articuno. It'll probably be Zapdos, and then Moltres. But what I would really want is a Shadow Lugia. I've had unbelievable Lugia luck. Lugia is one of my favorites. When Legendary Raids were first introduced, I was all over Lugia. I didn't miss any of them. The only one that I ever missed was the first Weather Boosted one when they introduced them as Weather Boosted. And I would love to get a Shadow one. It is the cover boy for the Gale of Darkness where they introduced Shadow Pokemon. Now, with Mewtwo and Lugia, they actually had different colors, kind of like shiny almost. But they weren't shiny, they were shadow, but they gave them like a different, you know, like not just the shadow around them, like they do in Pokemon Go here, Shadow Pokemon, but also it was, I'm gonna get Magmar here, he looks so mean, but it also had like a different body color too, so I don't know if they'll do that with Pokemon Go, probably not, but, unless they're shiny or something like that, that'd be crazy. But here's a bunch of Shadow Pokemon that I can purify later on. I want to have one of each Shadow and purified Pokemon or whatever, but organized like that. And let's see, there's no other really great catches recently from out of the area. No. And then here's the shinies. The only two new ones were Ghastly and Pidgey, and no new perfects. I did power up Magnezone a little bit, but I still need to really power that one a lot up because it is really low down there. This was the raid that I did actually for a Charizard. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it, but I just need more raids, and I had the free pass for today, blah, blah, blah. What else? Shiny traded. Oh, yeah, traded. I just wanted to give a shout-out again to Joni2 Levi. She's awesome. She helped us out the other day. And Supplice, he's awesome. Thank you so much for this, Supplice. Can't wait to make the whole family of that. So yeah, I have not updated the speculation page on my blogger in a while. I need to, but I just haven't had the time to write there. There's new stuff coming into Pokemon Go that I want to talk about that has been found in the in data mining, and you know, just speculating about future ticketed events. What Pokemon Go Team Go Rocket means for, like if they're going to do a monthly thing. This might be just a new way for people to get, legendary Pokemon. Imagine a Shadow Mewtwo. I mean, that'll be awesome. But, thanks for watching, guys, and, I'll talk to you guys next week. Happy hunting out there, and, thanks for watching.